Next to arrive is the villainous nephew of Claudius, Emlyn Williams, as Caligula.
Right, cheer!
Despicable little reptile that the gods ever created. He's unscrupulous, dishonest.
Vain, spiteful, lecherous, and cruel. You flatter me.
Enough, be silent.
Say the last thing again and turn your face. Just the last line. Curing him.
He's unscrupulous, dishonest.
Can I have it again, sorry?
He's unscrupulous, dishonest.
Vain, spiteful, lecherous, and cruel. You flatter me.
Enough, be silent.
Right, action! Uncle Claudius! Uncle Claudius! What will the king do without you, Uncle? What will the king do with you when you get back home? Don't forget the goat!
Not only are you a stuffed and puffed up...
Not only are you a profiteer, but...
Not only are you a profiteer, but since we're dealing in personalities, you're a stuffed and puffed up glutton. You'd sell your soul for the tail end of an anchovy. Since no one else seems eager to show his eloquence, I will inform you the conditions upon which I will accept your support. I'm sorry, I've gone. Since no one else seems eager to show his eloquence, that's the wrong word. What?
My Lord Sentius, I did not know you could also stutter. I thought your talents were confined to neighing like a horse. Is there anyone else who wishes to call attention to my misfortunes? That's the broadest East End Cockney I've ever heard in my life. Uncle Claudius! Uncle What will the pigs do without you, Uncle? What will the pigs of the cows when you get back home? Don't forget the goat!
How wonderful to see you again, dear Uncle Claudius. I thought you were on your farm.
I was
You were ordered to attend. I hear that you're teaching your pigs to read. Is that true?
My pigs, why?
So as to have readers for all the Roman histories you write.
Stop that rebel laugh.
Grandmother, you remember my dear Uncle Claudius, who prefers the society of pigs to that of the court?
I have asked Claudius to be present at these ceremonies and to be my guest at dinner tonight.
But Grandmother, think of his table manners.
Be silent, you impudent puppy. You take your uncle for a fool, but he's not. I sometimes think he pretends to be one so as to make fools of us. Far from being a fool, he's the last decent man left alive in Rome. One can rely on him. If he makes a promise, he keeps it. And when he swears to the truth, it is the truth. Am I right, Claudius?
Don't let him start talking. He might have a stroke.
And you, Claudius, you think this nephew of yours a harmless buffoon, but I know better. He's the vilest, most despicable little reptile the gods ever created. He's unscrupulous, dishonest.
Vain, spiteful, lecherous, and cruel. You flatter me.
Enough, be silent.
I shall remember, Uncle, that you are not quite so stupid as you would like me to believe you are.
An unpleasant youth.
Be careful of him, Claudius. He's the next emperor of Rome. That old charlatan has read the stars, and he also predicts, and that's why I sent for you, Claudius, that I haven't much longer to live. When is the full moon, Thrasylus?
Tonight, Lady Livia.
He claims the full moon will see my death. If he's wrong, I'll have him killed. If he's right, I'll take him with me. I can use a clever old vulture like that, even in death. Right, action.
After a great deal of deliberation, I have been commissioned by my colleagues to ask the Senate to vote 50 gold pieces to every soldier in our glorious army, the same to be distributed at once.
Treasury is empty, and unless the honoured senator has the amount required concealed on his generous person, the army must continue to serve for patriotic reasons alone.
Enough of this oratory. Fill the treasury. Invent new taxes. I want the army paid.
Impossible, Caesar. The Roman people are already taxed beyond endurance.
Are the married people taxed? No, well then tax them. Tax the single. Tax those that have children and those that have not. Tax those who ride and those that go on foot. Tax those that have doors and windows, and tax those that haven't any.
I don't think it will be necessary to take extreme measures. I propose that we double the existing taxes. The people will not complain at having to pay for the privilege of being ruled by so profound a thinker as the illustrious Caligula.
I could not have expressed such lofty sentiments better myself.
I knew that the Senate would find a way out of the present difficulty, and I have therefore prepared to reward it. I now honor this noble house by appointing Incitatus, the greatest racehorse in the empire, a member of the Senate. Well, why does nobody greet him? Who's the older senator? Up on your feet and welcome him.
That's better. Bascom, I still get it.
We've been waiting for hours, Doctor.
Is your master ill?
You know he cares little for his own health, sir. Don't be angry with him. He sent for you to cure one of his pigs.
I could never be angry with Claudius. What's wrong with the pig? Surely he has pigs enough?
It's the runt of the litter, Doctor. It's a little one. Weak and stunted and almost blind. There's one like that in every litter.
And that's the one your master loves, eh, Narcissus? Let me see the little patient. Claudius. Bad news, that's why I'm late. Rome's a madhouse. Tiberius has been dead for a week and no one knew.
Who's emperor?
Caligula. They say that he choked Tiberius to death with a pillow and tore the ring from his finger even before he'd stopped breathing.
Caligula. Emperor.
His soldiers tear people out of their homes in the darkness of the night. It's fortunate we live in the country, Claudius. Who knows Caligula's blacklist?
How long have you been my slave, Narcissus?
9 years, Master.
You're free now.
I don't want to leave you, Master. Let me stay with you.
Are you on Caligula's blacklist? Then there's still time for you to flee. It'll be months before your turn. You can easily leave.
My speech and my foot would betray me anywhere. Besides, why shouldn't Rome's misfortunes be mine?
My lord Claudius, you are to proceed directly to the Hall of Justice.
What do you want with him? He's never harmed a fly.
We are not here to judge him, but to arrest him.
I'm his doctor. He's ill.
Not ill enough. My orders are to bring Claudius or his body.
What are you going to do?
I'm more frightened than I thought I'd be. Should we not see each other again, look after my home, the little runt.
I'm a bad friend, Claudius. I can do more for that little pig than I can for you.
Come on.
Have I been here long?
7 days since the Emperor became ill. He must be feeling better now that he's asking for you.
Claudius, where have you been? Go in at once. He's asking for you. But be careful. He's in a dreadful state.
Who's in there?
Muser, his doctor. He's kept him in a room without any fresh air for a week. It's impossible to breathe in there.
What does he want with me?
I don't know, but whatever it is, humour him. Because if you don't, he'll kill you. He's got a sword. Thinks he's become a god. He's mad. He always was, but now he's worse than mad. He's possessed.
Ah, my Lord Claudius, I hope you're well. Is that old quack Xenophon still treating you?
He's my best friend.
I think I could cure that stutter of yours. Do you still limp?
I limp with my tongue and stutter with my leg. Nature never quite finished me.
I could cure that limp of yours, too. I've a method of breaking bones in several places and resetting them. I've become rich and famous, Claudius, and don't need clients. But for 1,000 gold pieces, I could cure you all your ills.
Thank you, Doctor. I was born a battlefield of disease. I nearly died 3 times before I was 2 years old, and besides the usual ration measles, which made my left ear slightly deaf, I had malaria, erysipelas, and colitis. I also acquired with apparent ease infantile paralysis, which shortened my left leg. And in the last few years after eating, I have an appalling pain in the pit of my stomach, but I shall be pleased to remain as I am if I get out of that room alive.
Down on your knees. How dare you remain standing in my presence?
I'm on duty, Caesar, and a soldier cannot kneel and guard his emperor at the same time.
You insolent fool. Down on your knees! Now get out.
Good to see you're better, Caesar.
I haven't been ill. I'm simply undergoing a change. It's the most momentous transformation that any human being has ever achieved. A prophecy is about to be fulfilled. I am being reborn.
I hope your condition is not too painful.
It is painful to be one's own mother. Well, idiot! Can't you see any change in me?
I was blind not to see it instantly. You're no longer human. May I be the first to worship you as a
It took you a long time to perceive that I'm no longer human.
Have mercy, I was overcome. I've only been used to the pigs.
My first act as God shall be one of clemency. I sent for you because I wish to put an end to your career as an historian. You might write something I didn't like, but we shall postpone your death until tomorrow.
Print that. That's very good.
Isn't she fantastically beautiful?
Fantastically beautiful.
Just as you, my dear uncle, are fantastically ugly. What do you think of him, Messalina? Just look at him. He's more dead than alive. He's only waiting for me to find an interesting way to kill him. But does he fear death? No, he just squats there trembling with your beauty. Isn't that so, Claudius?
How can one conceal anything from the gods?
Claudius, I've decided. You shall die an exquisite death.
my God and my master.
Messalina, how would you like to marry Claudius?
My family have other plans.
What plans?
I'm promised in marriage to another.
Who?
Valens.
Valens?
He's no one of importance, Caesar. A captain of your bodyguard.
So you don't wish to marry Claudius, Messalina?
No, Caesar.
Get up. Claudius, I condemn you to die through the hands of a beautiful woman. To kill an ugly old man with a young wife. That's my decision. This union should be an event for all Rome. Eh, Senator? And for the medical profession, Doctor. An old idiot and a young dancer. A remote descendant of Julius Caesar married to a remote descendant of Augustus. What do you think the result will be?
A pair of crutches.
You Caesars own you how stupid your jealousies are. Come now, you two. Embrace. Give me a sample of your affection. Behold, I am generous as only a god could be. I sentence you to death, Claudius, in the most beautiful possible way.
161, deck 6.
Right. Gentlemen, the suggestion that we improve the election of a half-wit is an insult to this distinguished assembly.
Before we adjourn for dinner, may I be permitted to point out that the proposed emperor has one leg shorter than the other? And may I also draw your attention to the fact that this leg being shorter is probably responsible for the other leg being longer?
Senators, the cause of the Roman Empire could find no better champion than Claudius. I am ready to stand at his side.
Whether the Senate endorses our choice or not, I'm afraid it will be compelled to accept it.
Are you out of your senses? You freed us from the tyranny of a madman, only to deliver us into the hands of a stuttering idiot? We'd become the laughingstock of the whole world if we accept this dummy as emperor.
My lords, I respect the constitutional rights of this noble house and would only accept the acclamation of the army if this noble house elects me
Emperor.
My Lord Sentius, I did not know you could also stutter. I thought your talents were confined to neighing like a horse. Is there anyone else who wishes to call attention to my misfortunes? Or shall I call attention to yours? Sentius, get up. Not only are you a pompous ass and a hypocrite, but you have acquired your position through bribery. Asiaticus, stand up. Not only are you a profiteer, but since we're dealing in personalities, you're a stuffed and puffed up glutton. You'd sell your soul for the tail end of an anchovy. Silius, get up. You're rarely heard and your name is never mentioned. But you control the Senate with gold accumulated by providing worthless grain to the people and faulty supplies to the army. Since no one else seems eager to show his eloquence, I will inform you of the conditions upon which I will accept your support. I, Claudius, will tell you how to frame your laws. Profiteering and bribery will stop. The Senate will function only in the name of Roman justice. And all of you who have acquired position dishonestly will be replaced by men who love Rome better than their purses. I will break everything rotten in this Senate like an old dry twig. On that basis only will I become your emperor. Now let me hear your objections. Now I will give the army the terms on which I will accept. Caligula was murdered. He ruled by force. But a state such as I hope to establish cannot condone murder. For violence is an enemy to justice. And in the name of justice, I call upon the murderers of Caligula to step forward.
We killed a tyrant, Caesar.
But you broke your solemn oaths as Roman soldiers to protect your emperor. You didn't strike for your country. You killed in the name of your own private grudges. I was with you, Cassius, when the tyrant kicked you, but you were not content with one single murder. You caused the death of Caligula's wife and of hundreds at the palace. What fate do you consider you deserve?
Death, Claudius.
For that answer, I will take your families under my protection. But for the crime of murder, I must sentence you, Cassius, and you, Lupus, to death. I will call upon the army to have that sentence executed.